Hey everyone, so today we're going to break down a really important part of your retirement savings, the CPF special account. There's some huge changes coming in 2025, and this is your straightforward guide to what's happening, why it's happening, and what it actually means for you. Let's get right into it.
It's a really good question to ask yourself, right? I mean, you work incredibly hard for your money. But is that money pulling its weight and working just as hard for your future? The whole CPF system is built to help with that. But you've got to know the rules of the game to make it work for you.
Okay, first things first. Before we even get into all the changes, we need to understand the special account's main job. Think of it as the high-powered growth engine in your retirement plan. So, what is this special account, or SA, really? Well, it was built for one thing, and one thing only, to grow your retirement money over the long haul. And its superpower? Compounding interest, which gets a massive boost from the higher interest rates this specific account earns.
And this is where you really see the difference. Your ordinary account, the OA, that's your flexible friend. You can use it for things like your house or education. But that flexibility comes at a cost, a 2.5% base interest rate. The special account, on the other hand, is laser-focused on retirement. And because you're committing that money for the long term, you're rewarded with a much better base rate of 4%.
But wait, it gets even better. That 4% isn't even the ceiling. The system actually pays extra interest on the first chunk of your savings. So, if you're under 55, your SA can earn up to 5%. And for those 55 and over, your retirement savings can earn up to a whopping 6% per year. I mean, that is an incredible, pretty much risk-free return.
All right, now for the main event. This is the biggest change of all. Starting in 2025, the special account is being closed for everyone aged 55 and over, and that completely changes the game.
This is the big headline. Come January 2025, if you're 55 or older, your special account, it's gone. Now, this isn't just some small adjustment, it's a major shift that's going to affect around 1.4 million CPF members. So yeah, it's a pretty big deal.
So you might be asking, why? Why is this happening? Well, the official reason is to make the interest rates you earn match the purpose of the money. The logic is pretty simple. Funds that you can take out anytime, for short-term needs, should earn a lower rate. But the money that's locked away for your long-term retirement should get that higher long-term rate. This change just makes that logic crystal clear. So here's exactly how it's going to work. The moment you turn 55, your SA closes. The money in it first gets moved over to your brand new retirement account, or RA, until you hit your full retirement sum. Then, if there's any cash left over after that, it gets transferred straight into your ordinary account. And this brings us to a whole new set of choices for anyone over 55, because now any extra money from your old SA is going to land in your lower interest ordinary account, and that means you've got a big decision to make.
Just look at this. It really is a tale of two accounts. Money that sits in your ordinary account is going to earn that base 2.5%. But, and this is key, you can choose to move it into your retirement account where it will immediately start earning that much higher 4% or more. Now that might not sound like a huge gap, but trust me, over many years of retirement, that difference is absolutely massive for your payouts.
So here's the trade-off, plain and simple. If you keep the funds in your OA, you get flexibility. You can withdraw that cash if you need it, but you're giving up growth. On the other hand, moving it to your RA locks in that higher interest rate for bigger lifelong payouts. The catch? You have to remember that transfer's a one-way street. It's irreversible.
Okay, so what if you're not 55 yet? Well, for you, this is a whole different ballgame. Your goal is pretty clear. Max out your special account while you still can. And here are the best ways to do it.
You've basically got three main tools in your toolbox. First, you can do cash top-ups through the retirement sum topping up scheme. The big win here is you get tax relief, which is a great bonus. Second, you can move money from your lower earning OA over to your SA. Just remember, once you move it, you can't use it for housing anymore. And finally, you can invest your SA money, though the options are usually limited to lower risk products.
All right, let's do a quick myth-busting round, shall we? The CPF system can seem confusing, and there's a lot of misinformation out there. So let's clear up a couple of the big ones right now.
This is probably the #1 myth I hear all the time. People have this fear that once money goes into their CPF, they'll just never see it again. And that is just plain false. Once you turn 55 and that full retirement sum is safely set aside in your RA, anything left in your ordinary account is yours. You can withdraw it. In fact, these 2025 changes kind of make this even clearer. because now all your withdrawable cash will be sitting right there in the OA.
Okay, this next one is super important, especially for your loved ones and your estate planning. People wonder, if I have a will, does that cover my CPF money?
No, absolutely not. And please, if you take one thing away from this, let it be this. Your CPF money exists outside of your will. That means you must make a separate CPF nomination. It's the only way to make sure that money goes to the people you want it to go to.
So at the end of the day, your CPF is the bedrock of your retirement security. With these new changes, the system is basically pushing us all to be more active and make a clear choice. Do you want flexibility or do you want growth? Knowing the rules is the first, most important step. So the question now is, what's your next move?